Hello everyone watching this. If the text-to-speech bot gets annoying, then shoo, go away. Anyways, today I am ranking every film in the Madagascar cinematic universe. This will include the Penguins of Madagascar. This franchise was a huge part of my childhood, so it was a joy to rewatch them, even if not all of them are great, or even funny to be honest. That being said, let's get on with ranking. All 4 Madagascar films from the worst to the best, starting with. At dead last place we have the Penguins of Madagascar. This film finally gave the fans what they longed for since the first Madagascar movie, more of the penguins. Highlights included the zany plans in the Northwind organization. However, the villain was not very interesting. His backstory was too simple and not very convincing. The penguins work better as side characters, but as main characters, they don't offer much. Overall the film is really, and I mean really boring. Honestly, I can't think of much else to say about the film other than I hope Madagascar 5 is an improvement. At the number 3 spot we have Madagascar 3, Europe's Most Wanted. It's not bad, but not exactly good either. Doesn't stick to the tone of the first 2 parts, makes things over the top and inconsistent. So it's off track from 1 and 2, but not in the way that it's exploring new territory. At the same time, it is linked to the earlier stories such that it cannot stand alone. From the get-go, the plot and the characters are brought out as if everyone knows and remembers the characters and their adventures. It'd be difficult for a newcomer to grasp the story. The only plus over the preceding movies is that the animation has gotten better, as well as the amazing villain. But that was bound to happen anyway. But it's not unenjoyable. It has its moments, such as the new tiger character. Overall, it is watchable. But I preferred the first 2. This film is on my screen every Christmas. It just doesn't feel the same without it. It's a funny story with some brilliant jokes. The penguins completely steal the show, with the 4 leads, Alex, Marty, Melman, and Gloria, are great too. Even if they don't always do much to progress the plot, with characters that balance each other out and inspired personalities, as well as the talent that provides their voices. I'm not really a fan of Ben Stiller, so for me, he works better this way. It's well animated and has a great soundtrack. It's also upbeat and enjoyable for the whole family. That being said, there's almost little to no story to be found after the first act of the movie, and the humor really dies after they escape the zoo, which to me is quite disappointing. Honestly, this might be weaker than 3 and the Penguins, but my inner nostalgia is preventing me from putting it any lower than number 2. And speaking of Madagascar 2, without a shadow of a doubt, Madagascar 2, Escape to Africa is the best Madagascar movie. It's not even close for me. The penguins are, as ever, brilliant, and they steal the limelight in every scene they appear in. Marty has some interesting adventures discovering if he's really any different than the other zebras, and the scenes between Melman and Gloria are a joy to watch. Honestly, them falling in love is really compelling. It's hard to find fault with this film, and I implore anyone who enjoyed the first one to go watch this one. I guess you could argue Alex acting stupid is bad writing, but it doesn't distract from the plot. The animation is also very slick, better than the first film and very bright. This is a wonderful film to look at, as well as listen to the music and sound effects are, like the animation, first class. And not to mention Moto Moto the absolute snack.